What is up, guys? This is Justin. Thank you so much for coming to one of my videos. Well, today we're going to be talking about different vehicles and classes of vehicles you can rent out on Turo or Hyrecar and make a little bit more money, or more long-term rentals, which as we know is where the profit is at because it's so easy. So I have 5 different classes or 5 different types of vehicles for you today that you could consider next time you're looking to upgrade or purchase a new vehicle to rent out. So let's get right into it. Class number 1 we're going to be talking about is gas savers. You might know this already, but lots of people that drive for Uber and Lyft and rent off Hyrecar are, driving all the time. They're always behind the wheel. And so if they can cut their costs by renting a vehicle that's a hybrid like a Prius or a gas saver like a Honda and these types of vehicles, they'll be more likely to rent your car long term, and they'll be more likely to rent your car at a higher price because, well, they're going to be saving money by getting your car each month or each day or every day they're driving. So if you can get your hands on a Prius and I see a ton of Priuses out there on the market. So if you can get yourself a car that's a hybrid or something like that, I think that's a really good option. If you're willing to put a little bit more money towards this car, then I think you could get a little bit more for it daily and more long-term rentals. So let's hop right into my second class of vehicles. Trucks and utility vehicles. I personally have rented trucks from Turo just for the purpose of moving stuff and buying stuff. You can rent a truck from Turo. I see them go from $50 to $100 a day depending on how loaded they are, how much they can tow. But it's so great providing a truck to a family if they want to go on vacation, they want to rent a toy trailer or a toy hauler, go to Glamis or whatever for the weekend. Providing a truck or a utility vehicle like a van on Turo is a really niche market, but I think it could do really good. There's a few trucks around my area and they're always rented out and they're always renting for a lot, and they have a ton of reviews, so it means they've been renting out. I think trucks are really good. Even though it's a more of a ticket price to get in, you can make more money per day. So my cars rent out for $39 a day and I make $500 to $900 a month, depending on how much it's rented out. But the trucks are rented from $50 to $100 a day. Let's say if you just rented it for $50 a day and you rent it only out 15 days a month, that's like $750. That's way better. So you could even make $1,500 a month off of a truck if you were renting it out more often or for more money. So I think getting a truck or a utility vehicle or something like that is a really great idea. So keep your eyes out for good deals on those trucks. So for my third class of vehicle, which I'm personally going to buy next, I am going to get vehicles that qualify for Uber's upgraded plan. Normal Uber drivers are Uber X, which is like the cheapest one. It's just a 4-door sedan. There's nothing special about it. But then they have upgraded plans where people can pay more for these certain vehicles. They have Uber XL, which are vehicles that have 7 or more seats. They're a little more roomy, like a minivan or a van. And then they have like Uber Comfort, which has more leg room. And then they have Uber Lux, which are like luxury vehicles like Audis and BMWs and Mercedes and that type of thing. So I'm gonna be focusing for my next vehicle on vehicles that qualify for Uber XL, like the Ford Flex, the Honda Odyssey, Dodge Grand Caravan. These types of vehicles aren't much more, but they can make more money for the renters every day on Hyrecar. So for me, that means I can make more money because I can charge more because they're going to make more. So for me, I'm going to aim for like a Dodge Grand Caravan or a minivan like that. And I think it could rent out for $45 a day, making another 10 to 15%, upping my revenue from $500 a month to $700 a month on that vehicle. So I'm super stoked about that. That's going to be coming in the future. I'm going to try to get that early to 2020. That is another class. So keep your eyes out for vehicles that qualify. Learn what qualifies and doesn't qualify for these different tiers of Uber programs. And Lyft has the same programs that are similar. I'm not sure if they're exact, but they're similar. So nowadays, a lot of people would rather have an experience and a memory rather than a lot of material things, especially with this minimalist movement. maybe you could consider serving that market by getting something that is unique. That's my fourth class of vehicle, getting something that's unique. On Turo, I see this often, and I'm consider renting one just to go have fun, but they have this, it's like a 3-wheeled slingshot or a spider. I'm not sure what exactly it's called, but it rents out for like $100 a day. It's super low to the ground. It doesn't have a roof, but it's technically a car. Looks super cool and super fun to rent out. If you look at these listings, there's a ton of people renting it, but it looks super cool. So if you want to get into something like that that's different, not a Honda Accord or a Honda Civic or a Toyota, like it's not anything basic, but it's something different. When people say like, wow, I want to rent that, that looks like fun. Doing something different like a Jeep or I don't know, a Volkswagen Bug or anything different, I would check those out and look and see if that's like something that you could get into. I think that's super cool. So check out something unique and different, get creative, get expressive, and find something that's different that you can rent out. So number 5, last but not least, it's not so much a type of class of vehicle rather than a pricing strategy, but it's finding an ultra cheap vehicle, super cheap, buy it cheap, and then rent it really cheap. If you can rent your vehicle for $27 a day, $25 a day, if you're maxed out and you're rented out 28 days out of the month, you're only gonna make $500, but you're gonna be the lowest person around and everyone's gonna rent from you. You're attracting that budget market. If you can undercut all the competition and rent out lowest, you're gonna have the most long-term renters and you're gonna have the most renters out of everyone. And so I think if you can get a price of a car that's really cheap and you can rent it out as cheaply as you can to make money, then do that. And yeah, it's a pricing strategy. It's not even a specific car, but if you have one car that maybe is running out of the end of its life and you just run it out and you have it rented out all the time, then hey, what's the problem with that? Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking out to the end. Well, don't forget I upload twice a week about new business ideas, side hustles that I try, and my own personal businesses like Hyrecar, Airbnb, and eBay. So if you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe below. But I appreciate you guys for watching my content, subscribing, and hitting the like button. I want to build a community where you can grow your businesses and get value out of the content that I make, and watch me grow. We can grow together, where we can create this side income and this passive income, and eventually have this full-time income where we don't have our day jobs, but we make all this money from our businesses. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. So that's it for this one.